Hi. Okay. I hope the audio's good and that there will be no noises for the duration of the recording. Okay. Hi. I'm Gael and this is 10 facts about me. Okay. So my full name is Gratiel Sagana O Bautista. And fact number one is my name quite literally means God's abundant grace. Because Gratiel comes from gratia. Gratia is Latin for grace, and El being a suffix meaning God, and then Sagana, which is a Philippine word for abundant. Fact number two, I learned how to read before I turned 3 years old. Specifically, I was 33 months old. Yeah.
But Slappy didn't stop. Didn't that?
Yes,
They didn't.
yes, that didn't.
And he didn't drop the bone.
Parang before I was even 10, I think, I was reading the Chronicles of Narnia already. Number three, I was homeschooled for most of my school life. I was homeschooled from grades 3 until grade 8. So, grade 1, grade 2, I went to a conventional school, and then grade 9, 10, 11, 12, now, conventional school. So, I think that's 6 years and 6 years of. So, half of my school life was homeschool, and half of my other school life was conventional school. And I have consistently been in the honor roll. Although I guess we'll see about that this school year because we've only just started and honestly not feeling super great. Number four, I love stuffed toys. Let me just introduce you guys real quick. This is Waddles. This is Penguin. This is Inky Pinky. It's a weighted cat. This is Jellyfish the octopus. It's an octopus and their name is Jellyfish. Yeah. And then here's Grizz. And that's not even all of my. Those are just like my main gang, but there are a lot more of them hidden somewhere. Number five, I love Pokemon. I got into Pokemon, I think I was like 8 or 9. A neighbor introduced Pokemon to me, and I would watch pirated episodes on YouTube. Like, okay, wait, look at this. I have Pokemon Scarlet. I have a bunch of cards. This is my Elite Trainer box from Cosmic Eclipse. And then I have a mini Charmander and a mini Pikachu. And then my favorite starter of all time, Piplup. They look like siblings. Penguins are cool. Side note, yeah, penguins are cool. Number six, I love photography. This is a bit of a recent one, maybe like 2 years ago, because I found a digicam that my parents owned, but they didn't really use anymore. So I now borrow the digicam. It's pretty much my digicam now, and I take pictures a lot. I take pictures of places, friends, cats. I take pictures of cats pretty often, but mostly friends, I think. Yeah. Number seven, I love board games and card games. I have very fond memories growing up. I had like Monopoly, I had Uno, I had Cluedo, and we have the Game of Life. We have so many games and stuff. Again, like we didn't really grow up with lots of stuff, lots of like gadgety stuff. So I didn't have my own phone till I was like 13, 14. And basically the only way we got to play games was like actual, like tangible games, not digital, not video games. Yung pala tawag din. I'm so sorry. Number 8, my passion is music. I don't really sound very passionate about it. My passion is music. Yeah, it's not something I just love. Like I said earlier, I love stuff toys. I love Pokemon. I love blah blah blah. My passion is music, and I plan on applying to Benilde, the La Salle College of Saint Benilde, for AB music production. It's something I realized before I graduated grade 10. I used to want to be a lawyer. I wanted to take up law, but I started to question myself before beginning senior high school. Actually, before even graduating grade 10, I was questioning myself. I was asking, like, is this really what I want? Because being a lawyer is pretty tough, it's pretty difficult. And a lot of work goes into becoming a lawyer. And I was thinking to myself, am I willing to do all that work, all that studying for law? And I realized the answer was no, not really. And I was asking myself, okay, so what do I want to do? What do I like doing? And it was music. My dad is a drummer, was a drummer. He hasn't practiced in a bit. And my mom was raised part of a choir. Yeah, so she's a singer. She can sing. So I think that really set the foundations for my passion. Definitely. I mean, I have never gone to any like vocal lessons, but I think I'm good at singing. I think. And yeah, I think I was able to grow up musically inclined because of this. There's like videos of me when I was like 3, 4, 5, banging on, alam mo yung mga tub ng mga crackers na ganun kalaki, pretending they were drums. I still don't know how to play drums, but okay, side note number 2, I do really want to learn how to play the drums. It's a really cool instrument. But side note number 3, the instrument I want to learn the most is the bass guitar. Number 9, transitioning from fact number 8, I actually want to become a musician / recording artist, not just a producer, but a musician. Yeah, a person who releases music, does gigs, performs, has concerts, goes to UP Fair. Yeah, definitely one of my dreams to be a part of a UP Fair event. But ayun, growing up, I always liked writing. That's one of the things why I wanted to do law, because I knew law had writing somewhat, kind of. I've always liked writing, and I've always used writing as a avenue for self-expression. So yeah, definitely it's something I'm still working on right now. Opportunities have opened, but I find it hard to balance my being a student and my to get into the industry. It's a difficult industry. You're not guaranteed success, and a lot of people have already told me that I probably should not push through with this, advising me not to push through with this because it's not reasonable, it's not grounded in reality. And that scares me sometimes, but I think that if your dreams are not grounded in reality, then you aren't really dreaming. Yeah. 10 years from now, I don't know, hopefully I'd have like at least 3 albums out already. 10 years is a lot of time to release music. Hopefully I'd have some sort of relevancy, a decent amount of relevancy, and supporters. I was gonna say fans, but fans seem weird. Supporters. But 10 years from now is it's a long time. I'll be what, 26, turning 27. That's 2035. 2035 doesn't even seem like a real year. But we'll get there eventually. Number 10. Fact number 10. I love my friends. I mentioned earlier in my third fact that I grew up homeschooled. And for those 6 years, really it was like they were years of trying to gain validation from friends because I didn't have classmates. It was just me, unless you count my little brother as a classmate. So since I didn't have classmates, I resorted to making friends in the neighborhood. And I think because of that, friends have always been of high importance in my life. They have always been of great value to me. Wow, of great value. That makes it sound like I'm going to sell them. But no, they're too valuable to sell. And honestly, friends are the reasons for a lot of these. Like, for example, I love Pokemon. I was introduced to it by a friend. I love photography. I like taking pictures of my friends. I love board games and card games because I like playing with my friends. There was even a season in my life where I did revolve around my friends. And that's not healthy. Definitely, you shouldn't do that. But there is still great value, and there's just so much that you can gain personally from good friendships. And honestly, for my friends, I just love them so much. It's a very cheesy thing to say, very mushy gushy, but I do really love and appreciate my friends so much. And honestly, I would do anything in my capability to thank them for being my friend, or at least show them that I appreciate them being my friend. Which leads to one of my favorite Bible verses of all time. John chapter 15 verse 13. It says, "Greater love has no one than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." Loving your friends is a pretty great love. I think people often put romantic love above like love for friends, but I think love for friends, or maybe I'm just saying this because I don't have a girlfriend and I'm not in a relationship, but I do think that love for friends matters so much more than people initially think it does. And ayun, those are my 10 facts. That's who I am, who I want to be, and I guess who I was. I'm only 16, and there's still a lot of growing that needs to be done. But where I am right now, I'm really happy. So thank God for that. And this is 15 minutes long. That's long enough. Goodbye. Side note number 4. This is my favorite hand sign. Rock on.